Hello, mech fans. This is Duncan Fisher. Hold on firmly to your mana potions, fireballs, and familiars, because you are tuning in to your regularly scheduled episode of the First Circuit Podcast.
And welcome everybody to the First Circuit Podcast, episode 116. And this is kind of off the rails. We planned an episode, but kind of went out there. So we're getting Zoom. It just just went.
It went
just
pretty far.
You're gonna see what we do and just have fun and enjoy it. So hopefully you guys will. Let us know your comments down below. It was an interesting podcast.
So enjoy episode 116.
Well, before we get onto this week's episode, at least we should clue Ian in on our little chat about whilst we're killing time, we're saying, with all the BattleTech stuff, most of the games have, they're not going to be any new content, and it's only sort of Mechwarrior 5's updates or modders or this, that, and the other. Like, it's just not so much to talk about with BattleTech, and a lot of us have sort of drifted away from even playing it. So the question was, what are we going to do with the podcast instead? And so I think Lars made the suggestion of, we do a podcast every other week, and in the weeks in between, we could all sit down and play one game or watch one thing, and that would provide us material in the future. I also suggested we could just switch also to a more sort of personal format of just talking about what we've been doing in the last 2 weeks, just anything we come across, stuff that happened in real life, media we come across and whatnot, and we just go from there.
And what do you think, Ian?
Ian, yep, what do you think?
Say that again?
So
You sound...
at least we had. So I brought up at least Bob mentioned his wife was in surgery, so he could mention at least what the story going on there is. Lars talked about his drunk gunpla assembly stuff. He's also going to do a D&D session where he's playing as, what are they called? I know the mechanical
Warforged.
Ones.
Warforged.
Warforged, that's it, yeah.
Warforged.
And whatnot. And yeah, it's just stuff like that we never really touch on. But particularly I know for Lars, he usually has a lot of stuff going on IRL. And instead of having to sit down and play media, if we are able to talk about real life stuff, he could talk to us about all the gardening he's doing or whatnot.
Also too, like we could actually do kind of what's going on in the gaming industry as far as major things like Blizzard decided to do this, or PGI decided to do this, or whatever, basically.
We could touch on big news stories or big gaming stories and stuff. So right now, at least, a lot of people are worrying about coronavirus or whatnot. We even before our podcast, a couple of weeks ago, sort of chatted a bit about the coronavirus then, and that just basically is podcast material.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because obviously the BattleTech's not going to, it's not sustaining like it used to. Like we used to do an episode every week, no problem, with all different things going on. But now it's kind of like, everything's dying down.
Yeah. And we actually may want to mention this at some point, maybe even at the very end of today's podcast, about like a restructure, so people aren't just like thrown off by it.
Okay.
We've mentioned that about 10 times by now.
Yeah, that's probably true.
We've never done.
But I'll still put out another tweet for it, though.
Yeah.
I'll still put it on something else.
I think we're just really hitting ahead here. The point that we're gonna really need to start doing something different soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the idea of doing like general news stuff.
Same.
Just stuff we enjoy talking about, stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't talk about my personal life because it's really boring.
Well, so is mine, but hey,
mine's pretty boring too.
But then again, we always say that. But then, Ian, there's things you say, and we're like, "Oh, that's actually really cool." Like,
Well, that's the funny thing with the small open format. At least we'll need to figure out. Like we were talking about, how are we going to structure it sometimes? Because how much we each have to bring to the table will change week by week, and there's also a matter of whether anybody else will even be interested.
Yeah.
So if Lars talks about D&D, a lot of us I think have played D&D, but if one of us, like I talk about, recently, the anime is finished. I think it's called Demon School, and I could talk about that show for a while. But if nobody else has any interest in it, it's a bit awkward for one to keep a monologue going for however long the designated time is. I think also you do touch on, Ian, as well, that different personalities here have different interests. So you and I think, are not so interested about, look at me, I walked to the store this week, and we wouldn't talk so much about that. Whereas Bob and Lash are much more interested. You could get them rolling on that kind of subject, and they could go for much longer than me. So I was just saying,
interesting. Oh, that's new.
We're interesting.
I was saying there's different personalities at play in the podcast, where we sort of have, at least on average, I would say, Bob and Lash, if you ask them just sort of, what have you done this week? They could talk about mundane everyday details and enjoy that for quite some time. But me and Ian we don't care so much, like we don't live such hugely interesting personal lives, and we aren't so interested about putting it out there. So if you just ask us, what did you do this week? It's like, oh, I existed.
I existed, I went to work, I gamed.
Well, we could do like, bolt those.
That's about it.
Do like bolt those basically, as far as like, like in the beginning we do like a little, like 10 minutes or, 10 to 15 minutes or something like that. And then like what Ian was talking about, news, basically based off of different games we're interested in, like what's happening in different games, or like whatever, basically. Our own personal takes. And I'm sure we can all kind of go, like with that, just hearing what it is about, we could actually, do a, talk about it, without even reading the article. Thing.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed doing a prototype episode next week.
Okay.
Just, like panic buying. Panic buying is such an interesting topic for all of us.
Or how people should have really reacted to the coronavirus and whatnot. Because I think me and Ian, we generally like to talk about a subject. So you sort of, but Old Bob and Lash more sort of like putting themselves into a subject, roughly speaking. So at least it's nicely balanced, actually. We have the 2 and 2, but it's just, the point is, we want to make sure that everyone has enough time and everyone is able to engage with everyone's discussions, so we don't leave too many people out. And I think we totally need to just try it out, see how it pans out, and improve from there, because it's it's a much more looser format than we're used to. My simple thoughts, at least, would be for that prototype episode, would be sort of, everyone needs to at least come with 2 bullet points of things they want to discuss, and we can go from there.
Today's episode is represented by letter C.
Well, it's just two.
Okay.
You just no.
I mean, I guess Sesame Street, coronavirus.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm just saying, that would be at least our little homework or whatever for that. Would just be make sure you have 2 bullet points at least of things you want to talk about that week, so that we know you have something to come across. And if you really don't have anything, then you can. That's fine. But yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Let's try it and see what happens. Go from there. Like, what do you think, Ian?
Yeah, I'm up for it next week.
That's
cool.
Okay.
And then maybe the week after we could, assuming we don't have any BattleTech related news, we could talk about one of our favorite BattleTech mods in dev.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today, actually.
Well, my idea for today was like just really quick, our top 3 mods. What do we personally use and want, and why? And not discuss the mods themselves in depth, because we can't assume that everyone has played them, right?
Okay.
Well, I haven't played any.
Ideally, we would kind of gather a list today, and then in preparation for whenever we want to talk about that specific mod, everyone plays it for a couple hours.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Like the only mod I played was like 3025, and that's it.
Yeah, like 3025 is a good example.
I need to install any mod yet, so.
In regards to scheduling now, once we've done this one, there's the whole getting modders on, the round table thing that we were trying to put together.
Yeah, there's that.
We got 2 right now, one big one and one small one, from what I understand, and I can put another thing on the Discord channel that they have, try to get some more, because I could try to get like Navid, A1. He's a really big modder that's out there like right now, and I'm pretty sure he'll be more than happy to go jump on.
Yeah. And actually, kind of to bounce off of Ian's point, would it make sense, just because I know during the week, work is busy and such, and Bob, I'm pretty sure you're probably the same too with your wife and all that. Would it be beneficial to install the mods and then do like a co-op? Oh, no, we can't do co-op.
Yeah, I can't do co-op. No.
Shit.
Because at
Okay.
least I think me and Lush
ideal
aren't.
for the multiplayer.
Because me and Lush aren't so interested, to be blunt, in doing the mods. I think just finding the time, sitting down, and giving them a proper shot. Because yeah, I don't know. I just always like the vanilla experience, and the thing is, I had this. My mindset is similar, like when we got the DLCs, like a Flashpoint DLC or Urban Warfare. Was this changes the game tremendously, and you need to play it for many, many hours to get the idea of how it changes the early game, mid game, late game. And so even if I install a mod and only play it for a couple of hours, I've only really seen how it affects the early game, presumably,
Yeah. I don't know. I think me and Ian are the ones really actually played the different types of mods that are out there, right?
I think you have, yeah.
Yeah.
But
if
like
you have a passion for that, I mean, it could totally fit into the more sort of just open format of discuss the thing you want to talk about,
Yeah.
or it could fit into the modders roundtable kind of thing. Just if you need to, discuss mods with them, say, well, what mods do you guys typically play
Correct me
with?
if I'm wrong, but the Modders Roundtable was supposed to be Mechwarrior 5, right? Not
Yeah.
Battletech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it kind of
I mean,
leads like
if
like
nothing else, we often enough have episodes where like Lars isn't here and someone else is missing, so Bob and I could easily do one of those episodes to talk about mods.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, true.
And
true,
also
actually.
too, it's one of those things too where if you are talking about mods in general, kind of like what Biter was saying earlier, almost too, is that you could have like the first section of the podcast be about the Battletech mods, and then you could do the other half an hour with the Mechwarrior 5 people, unless you think it's going to take longer than that.
It's gonna take longer.
It's gonna take longer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically like
And
what,
in general, the Mechwarrior 5 thing, I don't really want to do it until we have way more updates for the modding tool and way more people.
What's that? I'm
good
sorry.
I think the Mechwarrior 5 roundtable probably won't make sense for another couple weeks, maybe even a couple months, until we have proper modding tools and get enough people who want to participate.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense actually too, because I want to make sure this, the modding roundtable thing actually is going to be like one of the better episodes type thing.
Yeah.
So like definitely a lot more prepping.
Yeah,
on
we
that as well.
we definitely need more people. The one guy who pulled in is kind of like, I want to do this, and I'm like, it's not really a mod. That's just like 10 minutes of work. So
Yeah.
it would make sense to get way more people who are proper, who are really involved in that thing.
Okay.
Okay.
And the modding scene more time to develop and such.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because right now we don't really have an idea who the big names in the Mechwarrior 5 modding are.
Okay.
Unlike Battletech.
So yeah, just to sum up, I think the roundtable thing, we're pushing it many weeks down the line. Hopefully, when we got more people around. As for, I think to keep things simple, we should just experiment with the new sort of more open format next week, and we push the whole mods that you've experimented with thing further a little bit down the line, because we're already trying something different, and all this extra homework is not so appealing to me. When we were, I'm more interested in just trying out the new format first, and then we can. I think it could fit into that format.
Also, too, like the news. I actually like the news idea. Basically, different things like say Warframe has like a new thing you could talk about that basically as far as like what it is, and I'm sure like like I said, we could always talk about it because we always come with stuff on top of our heads, like anyways. Hey, that's cool, or type thing. So like we'll definitely experiment with different things that are out there, and just go from there. Like like I'll just put a post up saying we're experimenting with a different format. So next couple episodes, so bear with us or something like that. And somewhere around there, or we're experimenting with a different format. Just to let you know, type thing.
Yeah, but yeah. Next week we'll do our our own things going on in our own lives, or things going on in the news, that more broad format.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
But like Ian, basically, basically you could talk about what beer is best, Steiner or Davion or something like that. Just different things that you have a passion about, right?
You always bring this up, but I don't
I know.
have a passion about beer.
or just something that like you have a big passion about, like in the gaming industry, or something that came up that you go, hey, that's interesting, or that kind of sucks that happened to that game company
absolutely.
or something like that. Okay. We'll try it out and go from there. Be a good idea.
I'm gonna talk about my favorite YouTube celebrities.
Oh God.
All the influencers out there.
Yes. Okay.
Influencers out there.
Influencers. We think YouTube influencers.
Bad.
I liked it.
Make sure you get some toilet paper for that, though.
It's not going to cure anything.
The toilet paper is just your basic upgrade material in a video game. It's the platinum currency.
Platinum currency.
Or premium, sorry.
You need to go ahead and craft.
I'm playing this new mobile game and it's...
Speaking of random currencies, have you guys played Horizon Zero Dawn yet?
Who?
What?
No, that was like
Horizon
PlayStation exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gonna come to PC in a few weeks.
And what's it called?
This?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
It's the best game on the PlayStation.
Rise of what?
Horizon.
Okay, Horizon. Okay.
Zero.
Oh, yeah.
Is in the number. And then Dawn.
Sorry, I couldn't understand German accent. That's all.
Oh,
yeah,
Zero Dawn?
Yeah, it's Zero Dawn.
It's the lady with the bow shooting robo dinosaurs.
Yeah.
What?
It looks amazing. It looks amazing.
This looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really good, dude.
This looks fucking great.
Yeah.
I think it has a Steam page.
Yeah.
Actually, to put it on.
Oh shit.
I mean, I've been wanting to play that, but they want to spend like $500 for a PlayStation just to play that game. Type thing.
I mean, I'd rather do it. I mean, granted, I do have a PS4, and I found out how to stream via PS4, but I kind of like doing PC because I can do a camera and chat stuff on the screen at least.
Yeah.
This looks great.
For what I heard, the story's really good. The action is really good. Yeah, it's awesome.
Gameplay is supreme. The graphics are by far best I've ever seen on a console.
Yeah.
It's just overall the best game on the PlayStation.
Then again, I might do PlayStation because I'm pretty sure my computer can't handle these graphics at high.
Yeah, true.
That looks really sweet.
Like I have a problem with GTA basically playing on high, like after a couple hours.
Ian, I have not heard of this. This looks really fucking cool.
It's amazing, and you can get it for $15 for the PlayStation.
Wait,
it's
how
really
much?
cheap nowadays.
$15? Wow.
15. Yeah, it's been out for 3 years by now. You can get it for really cheap.
Why haven't I heard of this?
I wonder what's going to be on PC,
Is that just
though.
the base version? Like, this is called the Complete Edition on PC because there's DLCs, right?
There's one DLC that's kind of optional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming
it's an
PC is
extra
going to
area.
be the full release price.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lash, if you just want to play it for cheap, get it for a PlayStation.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this is maybe not for real or not because eBay can always be kind of sketch.
Mm-hmm.
There's a download code for like $8.
You could probably get it on the download sites.
You can get a Blu-ray for cheaper than $8.
Yeah, basically get it on download sites like Penguin or something like that, or Penguin, whatever it's called.
Well, the digital key sites rather than
I really wouldn't buy a key. Get a used Blu-ray disc.
Oh, really?
For this one, For PlayStation, it's super cheap to get.
Well, I meant for the PC games, like whenever you're gonna buy some stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's so cheap.
No, it's been around for 3 years, man.
Yeah, all games.
Yeah, it's an older game that's freaking phenomenal.
Well, I got a friend from high school who just opened up a used game store about 2 blocks from my house.
Oh, well, there's go.
Yeah, it's super cool. Where mainly I have a friend from high school, and she moved into an apartment that basically sits right above the store.
Oh, those are cool. I love those. Yeah.
Yeah, mainly, my town is a small steel town that had a steel mill.
Yeah.
So all the apartments were like above the storefronts.
I love those, man.
Everything on the main drag. So my friend got an apartment, and then beneath it is just her store. So it's like video games, consoles, Magic, D&D, like everything. It's a really cool store. And then mainly I can just walk down and I can just buy Atari games or buy Dreamcast games.
Well, since GameStop's going to go out of business, that'll be good for her then.
Yeah, because the store is called Kobold's Keep.
Kobold's Keep, that's awesome.
Yeah.
See, like stuff like this, basically to talk about your friend's store and all that kind of stuff. You could also leave a link in case you have a website, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
too.
well, they do a lot of online selling,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So we could
actually.
talk about that kind of stuff during the podcast as well, too.
Yeah.
This one?
Facebook. Yeah, that's it. That's actually it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah, and she does all of her own drawings. So the little like character she drew for her like her storefront. That she does a lot of. She goes to the furry convention in Pittsburgh, and she takes a lot of commissions for drawing, and she makes bank every year just drawing commissions down at the convention.
There's so much money in furry porn.
She makes a lot of money drawing things.
I like her storefront because it's actually it's definitely open. See the windows, can actually see inside. That's awesome. That's really good. That's like a cave, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, basically where I'm at, it's a small town called Etna. We're about it's a very, 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 very small community. But mainly it has one main drag going down the main street. And it's full of old storefronts that are kind of abandoned, but we just got some new people in charge of the town, and they're like revamping the whole area. We're now the world's first and only eco district.
What's that?
Actually. So we're basically turning like everything into like solar panels, renewable.
Cool.
Energy.
Yeah, cool.
We're doing a whole bunch of shit, and we're now a certified eco district.
You're turning everything into solar panels. It's like there's a stray dog on the sidewalk. Turn it into solar panels.
Put it on its back. It's gonna generate power while it walks. Yeah, but we actually got
That sounds like my Minecraft playthroughs.
So we actually got a small community garden now that now is just covered in solar panels, and we actually have free stations to charge your cars at.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I know I typically don't talk about where I live, but I've gotten to the point where in videos I've talked about where I work at, so I just don't care anymore. But I'm a huge advocate for my little community because it's really cool to see an old steel mill town that had gone through a flood in 2004. Like the whole area was flooded.
Oh my god.
That back in 2004, we had like 15-foot waters go through here because we're basically down in the valley in Pittsburgh. And then that destroyed everything down here, and only
even the store that's right here. And her store.
Yeah, that whole area was basically underwater.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the whole storefront was because the storefront they bought, it's actually a old jewelry store, and they turned it into that. Yeah.
I love how there's a building right next door that's called Scare House.
Oh, the Scare House is awesome, actually. So the Scare House was one of our, and sadly they moved out of our town last year, but they were here for the longest time. That was actually a massive haunted house in the area, and it basically took, I think, this like really old bank. It was this massive like structure, and they turned it into a haunted house.
Cool.
Yeah. That's cool. And that was like really well known, where we had some actual like bigwigs come here, because we one year we had Delmo, was it Del Toro, whatever his name is, who did the movies. So we so Del Toro came down here and did the haunted house and everything, and it was like a big thing about it. Yeah, it was really cool.
I'm wondering, Lars, is this this part where the stores, is this still considered suburbs or downtown?
That's interesting. So I think the way it's structured is that the first floor is commercial district, but the top floors is residential.
Yeah, it makes sense actually.
In terms of density, would you consider it suburbs, or is it like still part of the main core of the town?
It's probably still part of the main core of the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, why that question? I'm just curious.
Lars said something about living in a small town, and I just looked it and over the bridge, and that's Pittsburgh right there. And
okay. So over the bridge you're going into Lawrenceville. But Etna is like a real tiny area. Like it's not suburban at all. Because it's basically on-street parking. Very very old homes from like the 1910s. That's
Okay.
like all the homes here. But yeah, so we're like old school steel industry turning into like a newer environment, and we're getting all these really awesome storefronts moving in now.
Larch, do you want this in the video, like in the?
I don't care.
Okay, just
It's
making
fine.
sure. Like I was.
It's all good. I don't mind
I
it.
just want to make sure.
This is all. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
As
Okay,
long
cool.
as he's not giving his house number, no one can knock on his
I
house.
live at this. Here's my phone number.
I
Here's my
live
social
at his
security-
place.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah. Again,
Well,
this
here's the
could
first
totally be
20
good
minutes for
material.
next week.
Yeah,
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 for next
see,
week.
and that would have been it.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
me talking about my friend's storefront who
Yeah,
is
that's
down
awesome.
there, and you can purchase all of their stuff. Actually, where is their site?
It all started from randomly talking about Horizon Zero Dawn.
I
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah, because I might go down there later on today to go buy the game. If
Yeah,
they have
definitely,
it,
man, yeah.
I might give her a message and say, hey, do you have this game?
Yep.
I'll put you on the podcast.
I'm gonna go on Facebook right now and ask her.
Yeah. What's the site?
You know, I checked. I think it's just mostly through Facebook, but I can
Oh,
ask
okay.
her too and see
Yeah.
if she gets back to me at all.
Did you sell on eBay or anything, or what?
Yeah, like where is it? Because she always says she does online sales, but then again, I never really do online sales because it's right down the street.
Because like
So-
doing online sales for a storefront like that for any type of game store is a pain in the ass if you have your own like a store, because you got to update your online sales compared to your normal sales,
Mhm.
and it just fucking sucks.
Oh yeah.
Keeping track of everything.
Well, Bob, it's really easy if you have a proper system.
No, that's just it. A lot of people don't have the proper system. When I was running my game store, no.
A small business. It's
Yeah,
a
but
lot
yeah,
of
Would
work.
have hired me to make one.
The owner,
lot
well,
of-
this is back before computers became the main deal type thing, basically. So like we had a website, and to update that thing with stock and everything else and keep them all separate, everything was a pain in the ass. This is back before computers became part of mainstream everything. I actually like her store. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Ugh, Magic the Gathering. Jesus Christ.
They do a lot of it down there. They
Oh,
do
yeah.
a ton of that down there. But yeah, but pretty much I think you could probably just shoot them an email, which I put in the Discord,
Okay.
and you could just email and say like, hey, like, do you have this?
Hmm.
Ooh, vintage D&D tomes. Oh.
I like how interested we are in continuing doing the actual this week's podcast.
Hey, the store is amazing.
I do like those little stores.
I love
whenever
those
I'm going
stores.
around places with my girlfriend or whatever, those are the places we go to because we like all the video games or tabletop and card games and stuff. And a lot of places just don't do that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically
yeah.
when I used to travel the country, I used to go. I mean, I had the radar to find game stores in different towns, and like I go to a site. Oh, that's cool! I haven't seen that for years, so I'll go purchase it or something like that.
They have their text system that's compatible with BattleTech Scale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had that. They had that in the
Heroescape.
for the longest time.
Oh, Heroescape. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, where are you seeing that? Are you still on their Facebook page?
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. She's pricing the items accordingly to what they should be worth. So that's a good thing.
Right.
No, actually, that's good. A lot of people don't do that. They say like, oh, it's only $1, $1.50 for like Tome of the Lizard King type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an old D&D module, and she has it for $20. That's actually good. That's a good thing that she's doing that.
Yeah, like I mean, they usually have pretty decent prices. Yeah, for a while they had that whole Heroescape in their front window, and I'd be like walking my dog down there, and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I really want that.
Granted, some of those things seem a bit overpriced, but
It's-
it's a small games, so whatever.
Yeah, it's tabletop games. You can't get them anymore. The originals, and just
Yeah,
like the
it's
original
rough.
chainmail system, that's like $190 or $250 for a little tiny pamphlet book about like that big.
Wow.
For the original chainmail that like started D&D from Gary Gygax.
Oh, she just got back to me. They don't have a website yet, but the Facebook and Instagram. So at Cobalt's Keep on Instagram.
Okay.
Are GameCube games really worth $60?
A few of them can.
Yeah, a few of them can. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Everyone likes that kind of stuff. Like all the role playing games on PlayStation and Xbox, all the really, really like Chrono Trigger and all that kind of stuff, those things worth a lot of money. Okay, so let's get to the podcast.
It's generally a very different market in the States, particularly if you're talking like Pennsylvania, since there's a lot more land travel costs.
Yeah. But I mean, game stores are not a dime a dozen like they used to be, man. They're closed down like crazy all the time now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard for the stores to keep open because everything's online, and they can get it for like 20 to 50% off depending where they go.
There's a lot of convenience just shopping online rather than hoping to draw a lottery ticket when you go to those stores.
But you can always ask them too, saying, "Hey, do you have this book?" And it's okay, let me order for you. Then they'll order for you, type thing. Like I always try to do that.
Yeah, just then you have to walk to the store again.
Yeah,
and it's just more convenient to order it online.
But I like to support the game stores as much as possible.
I do as well. But the only one I have is like a 30-minute drive from here, so I can't be bothered.
Yeah. So it's a little rough, yeah.
Also, they only have German items in stock, and I hate this language.
What?
Really? I've never heard a person from their own country say that I hate my own native language.
Why?
It feels weird to use German with specific things that I've only ever experienced in English.
Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah.
Like if I read manga, if I watch anime, I always go for the English subtitles and translations, never for the German ones.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Shakespeare in Klingon. Always gotta have. Okay, let's get to the episode. Okay. Oh God.
I feel like we just did one full podcast.
I know.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Since we were here early because of the time change.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we got Lucky Charms 2020 Hero Flash Sale, Color Flash Sale, Cockpit Item Sale. So we could bunch those up into really quickly. Don't worry about them, type thing. Hey, yeah, cockpits are those are half off. Let's see.
Do you like what I linked to you?
What is that, by the way? Like, I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna go ahead
It's a
and
tweet. It's a little video.
Yeah, those kind of videos are amazing. German languages.
Germany!
Yes.
Butterfly, Borboleta.
Chocho, Papillon, Schmetterling.
Hospital,
What?
Hospital.
病院、Hospital.
Krankenhaus.
Krankenhaus.
Ambulance.
救急車、Ambulance. Krankenwagen.
Sex.
Sex.
People's house. Sick
Geschlechtsverkehr.
And how do you say hospital? Krankenhaus?
Krankenhaus.
Krankenhaus.
Your language sounds so angry no matter how you say it.
I know. It does.
Yeah, my girlfriend would link me that tweet out of nowhere. It's just
That is funny.
We like seeing all the different languages.
And it's Krankenhaus?
German
Krankenhaus? Krankenhaus.
Yeah.
Krankenhaus.
Oh, here we go.
Krankenhaus.
This is
that's
actually
pretty
another one.
Okay. Krankenhaus.
Oh,
Krankenhaus.
wrong.
Yeah, how do you say what is the Beheizency mean? Beheizency? Beheizen? Was that does it mean anything?
Can you write it down?
No, I don't know. Like I heard it one time on some German like when I was watching a World War II video or something like that. It said like Beheizency or something like that. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
It kind of sounds like 3 words.
3 words.
This video is so old. I forgot how old this video is.
This video is so old.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh God.
It never gets old though.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Oh my God, this one.
Schmetterling.
Sprackerling.
Stilo.
Pen.
Pen.
Plume.
Kugelschreiber.
German words are
Margarita.
Margarita.
Gänseblümchen.
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Ambulanza.
Ambulancia.
Krankenwagen.
Krankenwagen. Dude, you sound so angry.
I'm just saying this is just everyday words like daisy.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god.
Well, daisy is called Gänseblümchen. Not an aggressive word, depending on how you pronounce it.
Oh my god.
Science.
Ciencia.
Ciencia.
All right.
Naturwissenschaften.
Anyway, back to
Okay, let's get back to
bullshit. I've been recording for so long now.
Post whatever we ramble about.
I mean, this could easily be a podcast.
Oh
Just
my
us
God.
discussing random bullshit with some game information strewn in between.
Actually, we can do that.
It wouldn't
how
be
about
that
how
hard.
about this, Bobson? You were probably recording anyway, right?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah.
Yeah, just
It's
cut
for
out
all
the
the
first 30
patrons.
minutes and post the first 30 minutes as like, here, we ramble about stuff.
You know what?
If you want to, I
Release
do
it
that,
on an
yeah.
odd day. Yes. The first second podcast just goes off the rails. I don't know. There's not even rails anymore. It becomes a car.
Yeah, because-
It's not even a car. I can't.
If you want, like we could do that. You know, like 116 just be off the rails, you know, type thing, or you know, something like that. It'd be fine. It'd be cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the First Circuit Podcast, episode 116. Today we don't have any rails.
No rails.
So we're doing planes underwater and submarines in the sky.
Submarines,
What?
what?
Good thing.
Whales.
We aren't doing any
Flying.
rails, so we just plunged off the cliff and we're just seeing where we land.
yeah, we just forgot all of our topics because there are no good topics anymore.
We're kind of doing the Assassin's Creed thing. When you don't have fall damage, you don't care which bridge you jump off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that. That makes fine. That's fine. Like I could wipe out the 30 minutes and go from there. Or just post this, you know, basically, because then people know like what's going on. Like, anyways, 116.
People thought we had a veneer of professionalism. Hopefully, this will blow it all away.
Okay. Hold on, let me see how long this.
Expectation management
It's only
is the
been
most
36
important
minutes,
part
so
of
that's
anything.
fine. You know, it's only been 36 minutes.
Oh man.
But to let everyone know, our topics were is a keyword. Lucky Charms, Hero Flash Sale, Color Flash Sale, Cockpit Item Sale, Mechwarrior 5 Modding Patch Details, and a remake of Legal Heritage Book 1, Karinsky Trilogy, Print on Demand. So those are our topics, but we never got to them. Just let you guys know.
We never got to it.
We never got to them.
I mean, I think I did mention before in Discord, we could just make a dumb meme release and be like, here are the topics, and just go over them for like 5 minutes and be like, that's it.
Oh my god.
All right, I haven't looked at it yet, but Lucky Charms 2020, that sounds like an loot bag event, just the
It's a
same as
loot
all the
bag
others.
event.
Probably
Yeah,
some
yeah, it is.
mediocre grand prize. Hero Flash Sale, all the heroes for 50% off. That's my guess. I haven't even looked at it yet. Color Flash Sale, all of them
Oh,
are
colors
50%
50%
off.
off,
All
yeah.
the colors. Cockpit item. Well, it's all in the names. They're 50% off cockpit items.
Yeah.
Just get war horns from events. Don't buy them, you dummy. There we go. There's some Mechwarrior Online event things done. We got Mechwarrior 5 modding and other mod stuff. I don't do mods. I'm kind of bored with mods. I just play the vanilla games. All right, up to you guys.
Okay. I haven't actually done any mods for Mechwarrior 5 yet. I haven't done that.
You stopped playing MechWarrior 5.
Well, I played it, but I'm not going to mod it. You know, I'm done with
Oh,
Mechwarrior 5.
I have loot bags for phase 2 apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we played yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't check phase 2.
Oh, okay.
Neat. Are they staggering it out over a couple of weeks like usual and making it really awkward so you have to play the last week?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, great. I love that.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they keep doing that. That's
Oh, my
always their
fucking
format.
Lord. Why?
Could this be the podcast essentially?
Yeah, this is a podcast.
Okay, cool.
This
All right,
is a
I'm
podcast.
making sure.
I
mean-
Oh man, pick a prize. Are these actually hero mechs? You know, these are hero mechs, right? Or
No,
or
those are
champions?
the loyalty variants.
Loyalty
from
ones.
the drop down.
Okay.
Rifleman 8D. Yeah,
All
that's
the
it.
loyalty ones.
That's a. Which I mean, if you don't have a loyalty and you're still playing, it's actually not a bad loyalty mix.
That's not too bad. You know, how many bags
Yeah,
you
but
gotta get though?
you don't get the loyalty variant. You just
You
get
need 250 bags to get that drop down.
And you gotta do for phase 2 500 damage. Whew. Yeah. That's you accumulate. Okay, so 250, 250, you get a bag. Okay, I made the mistake last time actually, like when I was reading that a while ago.
Basically,
Yeah,
just
but
play
all
the game.
these,
You
yeah,
would
all
win.
these loyalty mechs, like it's not the special variants; they're just the C bill variants, and most of these are available for C bills already. So you play the game a whole bunch, owning a whole bunch of C bills, so that you can get a thing that, at least for me, I own most of these
Yeah.
through C bills.
Yeah, same here actually. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well that's Lucky Charms.
At least
Yeah.
it's not woodland pattern or mountain line pattern, which is the previous grand prizes.
That was
I
horrific.
just kind of wish that, whenever you do get these mechs, that they would give you the pattern they came with when you got them as a loyalty, because
Ooh.
those, I mean, those are nice patterns, but
Mhm.
but of course you're gonna get them and they're gonna be stock green or whatever it is.
Yep,
True.
these are just the C bill ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, incentives, give us the patterns, because the person who does the designs does really good patterns
Yeah, it
when they
does.
release these as a loyalty mech. At least give us that. At this point, I'm just nitpicking, honestly.
250 loot bags. Wow. A lot of
I do
games.
like what they did with the damage, though. I don't think we've had loot bags for damage yet. I think that's new.
No, we've also had
It's always
loot
been
bags
match
for other-
score.
Match score, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. 500 damage.
So
Okay.
damage is good. Damage is good. Damage is good.
Everyone's gonna bring learn mech, so we learn mech.
Oh, everyone's gonna be bringing Lermex. Everyone's just gonna charge in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing, because there's an extra event that forces you to shoot down missiles, so everyone's also bringing AMS.
Bring a Corsair. 4 of them.
Bring a Corsair, yeah. Bring
And mech
a
packs
Fox.
are for sale too as well. Is it 50% off for these?
It usually is 50% off.
30% off.
Not
Yeah,
always. Oh,
30% off for the mech packs actually.
Yeah, there's a color flash sale, the heroes sale, yada 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 yada.
It's okay, I guess. There. Type thing.
you get much more stuff from these loot bag events, so it is
Yeah.
the best time to play if you're going to play.
Yeah, I have to say that the loot bags are one of the much better events that are out there. Christmas, Halloween, and the Lucky Charms. They always had those. Are there any type of loot bag events that they had throughout the year? Halloween, Christmas, Lucky Charms. Anything else? Did you
I
ever
feel
do
like there's been another one.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going through our items for the topics.
Mhm.
Like for example, I'm clicking on like the one in here that's. Am I in the right area? I could be in the right, but 116, right?
Yeah, 116.
Like for example, like the hero flash sale
Mhm.
ends March 9th or March 10th. It's March 14th today, dude.
Yeah, but we
haven't
cover
covered it though.
2 weeks.
Oh.
worth of stuff.
Well, okay. Fine.
Okay, so hero mech sale. So we covered it. Cool deal. Okay, next one.
Just random thing, also additional note. Just I like looking on the site. When these events were going by, they've added 4 days only, limited time for these sales. But you have sales every week, and there's only
they're
so many
bringing
things
back.
you could discount. So
Yeah, but when's the last time they had a huge color sale though? It's been a while. Since they had those types of sales.
That's
Yeah.
true. Color's
If
kind of
you
rare.
want to get your multi-variant color of orange.
But still, 4 days is just.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's something.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, so by the time this episode goes out, the sale is over. So
Yeah,
yeah,
actually, it's already over. It's already
Yay.
over. Never
there
mind.
was a color sale at some point.
Wow, this is a great podcast, guys.
it's the problem that going bi-weekly. We're waiting for all the sales and events to stack up, but there aren't enough to talk about, and they're so short. There isn't much time for people to listen to the podcast and then go to the sales. So it doesn't
Yeah.
work as a public service announcement anymore, which is why
Yeah.
we're taking it very seriously.
Yeah.
At most, public service announcement, hey, if you listen to this episode within the first 2 days of release, you can get Cockpit items, but you shouldn't. So,
Yeah, because they give them out for free, anyways. So yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Well, cockpit items, get them for free, or you could purchase them. There's a couple of cockpit items I would want to get and just kind of have. The bagpipes are really cool, but that's about it though. I think, or a really cool sounding war horn or something, that they normally give out. But
Mhm.
that's about it though. That's I wouldn't spend any MC for those, because that's what 250 for a war horn, MC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly more for certain war horns, faction ones sometimes cost more as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, faction war horns would be fine too if you're a certain faction and totally freakazoid about that faction like Davion people are. There's no
people.
there's
Cough,
no
cough.
there's no Canopus ones like either. There's no Canopus, but there's Siebel ones.
Oh, I didn't even notice that mug.
Yeah, Comstar.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Yeah, that's the mug.
Oh, that's great.
That Bards Rock actually gave out to a bunch of people. Really cool mug, actually. This is my favorite mug. Oh god, I put everything in this thing. It's crazy cool.
I just thought it was an old man mug. It looks perfect. Like on the other side, you don't even see the CB. So
I know. Comstar Bank. Yeah,
it's a beautiful mug, but definitely.
Yeah.
Do you wash it by hand or do you
wash? What?
Yeah, do you
What's what? Well, someone's getting the virus.
Yeah, actually, I do wash it by hand and basically, do that kind of thing. But I mean, it is porcelain. Really doesn't really have a lot of not porcelain, but whatever this is called.
Porcelain, or is it ceramic? No.
Ceramic porcelain. I don't know. But really nice mug. What's that?
It doesn't look. I'll say because it does not look dishwasher safe.
It is dishwasher safe, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's dishwasher safe and everything. And Bard's Rock or Rockney, like Amadeus, has them for a bunch of different people, like bunch of different people. I forgot who. Bishop Stagger and like all those different guys.
That's really cool.
And gave it to Mitch Gittleman as well too. But it's a really nice mug. He did a really good job on the design. Here, I'll go and pop it there.
Nice.
Now,
I love the trust of humanity.
Now, because it's showing backwards, like for you.
No, I can read it fine.
Okay, showing backwards like on mine actually. Like I'm looking at it, so yeah. But yeah, it's a.
You're sure you're not just looking at a mirror rather than the monitor. He's been using a mirror this whole time.
But yeah, it's a really cool mug though. I like it. My favorite ones. But anyways, so yeah, and what were we talking about again? I forgot.
I mean, we've just been everywhere this podcast.
So,
there was structure.
There was structure, guys. We really had a structure for this podcast, but it just totally fell apart.
We were talking about
professional.
We were talking about cockpit items, just particularly the most interesting ones are war horns, and you could pick them up 50% off. But usually I just get them through events, and I've got such a large stockpile now. If I want one, I just put it in.
Yeah, true. Okay, so that was Cockpit's now modding patch details. We're going to go over this a little bit more in a future episode when we're trying to do a modder roundtable. So if you are a modder, talk to us. Anyone from the First Circuit podcast, me, Ian, Larsh, or Biter. I don't know if anyone can get a hold of you, Biter. You don't use Twitter, do you?
Not easily. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Just find
this is through
one of us
Discord.
three, and then we'll forward it on to Biter.
Yeah, basically forward like on the Biter. So like just post in the thing here in down below. We're trying to do a modder roundtable and talk about your mods, trials or tribulations of what you've been doing for the mods. Good points, bad points, that type of stuff. So if you are a mod, hit us up. We're gonna have some modder roundtable. Anyone's welcome.
We'll actually have structure.
We'll have structure during that modder.
Or maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. We'll just fly with it. Who knows? No, but for real, we typically have structure with that.
Typically.
Sometimes.
We haven't done a roundtable before, and we're not sure how exactly it'll pan out. So, as I had discussed before, at least we're going to at least try it, see how it works, and it might go out, and we might try again. But it's up for the Ian and the old Bob to figure out, since they're more into modding than the rest of us.
Oh no, Ian's more into modding. I just go, hey, look, there's a mod out. I'm gonna try to put it on my computer. Oh, nope, I'll forget about it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. It's too hard.
Yeah, Bob's
got to reinstall Windows now.
How do I not break my PC while downloading this one file? Oh,
dude.
Download, click. Oh, whoops, my PC shut down. What have I done now?
Yeah, that's about how I do mods.
Delete System32, and then you're fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, that one.
Much space
It
in your
cures
storage system you can free up by
everything.
deleting Sys32. It's so easy.
So please go ahead and try it and put it down the
like me,
comment.
go delete that down.
I would like to know.
Yeah. I know just enough to get me in trouble, but that's about it, really.
Hey, Bob,
You're the
most-
types that,
I've got a question, Bob. What is the most important rule of having data on your PC?
I don't know what.
Backups, at least 2.
Yes.
2 backups. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta do
possibly
that, actually.
local, possibly cloud.
At least 1 local backup. That's what you should always.
I have to get a
because in that case you can delete your System32 and you don't even care about it.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I got to get a 1 or 2 terabyte hard drive just to kind of back up all my crap, like all my.
They're getting cheap now too, which is nice.
Yeah, I
because
know.
before-
You know.
When those first came out, they were pricey, but now you could buy a standard one that spins, or you could get like a solid state for pretty cheap now too.
Yeah,
And I would
honestly, at
just-
this point, I would always buy solid state.
Yeah.
Well, I have a
because it's
250 solid state
cheaper.
of mine that I run my Windows on, but it's getting full. You basically, start getting full, so I need to
Yeah,
actually
250 is not at this point. Get a 500 gig
Yeah.
one. It's
Yeah.
cheap enough.
Well, at the time, that's how
Honestly,
much I had.
Honestly, at this point, you can just buy a terabyte and not worry too much about the cost.
But
Typically wait for holidays too, because if you go on like Newegg during
Mm-hmm.
a holiday sale, they're dirt cheap.
Okay. Yeah, go look into it. I know my wife has a terabyte normal hard drive, like external, that she puts all her photos and videos on, everything. But I just need to get something, just all my video files that I have saved for doing the podcast, like all that kind of stuff, like the Duncan Fisher's like intro and all that kind of stuff, all my all my intros and outros and all that kind of stuff. I just want to keep on there. That way I don't have to make it again, like when I switched over to this computer, type thing. But yeah.
It's good as to have it back up. But anyway, topics. We're modding. We'll look into that later. Once we find out if you're out there in your mod, we'll go ahead and talk to you. We'd like to know what's out there, because Mechwarrior 5, Bob, I think you can probably attest to it. Mods are definitely welcome.
Oh yeah.
Mechwarrior 5. Yeah.
By far. We're
They're
probably
kinda
going to see some
necessary.
clans coming in soon. Someone's gonna make clans. Someone's gonna make clans.
Yeah,
That'd be
obviously.
kinda
Yeah, someone's gonna make clans. I know they're like updating the HUD because the HUD sucks in Mechwarrior 5, and they're able.
So many HUD mods.
God,
Yeah,
dude.
Yep.
Someone, I forget. Someone put it in the chat before in Discord. I saw on Twitter. There's one new HUD looks really nice.
And I think
Yeah,
that's
I
from like
posted it.
Navid. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted it here in our little chat room
Mm.
here. It does look really nice. I like how if they had this initial UI design for the game, I would have been much more favorable towards it. But it's got the pictures of like the weapons oriented around where they actually are located. So if they're on the arms, they're further out on the
That's
side.
really cool.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
like Ian has a
Yeah.
great photo. Yeah, like that's amazing looking.
That's freaking crazy
Yeah,
cool.
it looks really awesome. And different weapons have different icons. So a small laser might be 1 beam, whereas a medium will be 2 beams, and large laser 3 beams, stuff like that. So different icons for different weapon systems
Man.
as well.
That's
those are-
amazing.
Like honestly, I would have been sold way more on Mech. Something like that was released.
See, that's why they needed an extra year to go develop the game itself. And I put that. Oh my god, that looks even
Ooh,
better.
Red Rose
Holy
glow
shit!
effects?
Yeah.
They needed this. They needed an extra year to do this kind of stuff for
Oh.
playtesters play it.
The paper doll as well. The color outlining and the color inlining of the actual mech is much more defined.
Yeah.
It's much clearer to see what state of damage it is than the current, the vanilla HUD.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that looks gorgeous.
And it has a mini map on it too. I forget because I never played Mechwarrior 5, but was there a mini map on the HUD?
Yeah, on the left hand, on
Yeah,
the
there is a
top
mini
left hand
map.
side,
Yes,
which
it's
is really
up
crappy.
here, and it's really annoying.
That sounds
Yeah.
horrible.
It was, I never went by it. I just looked at, just whatever I'm firing at, because, for my eyes to focus on that, then all the crap, all the waves of tanks and the helicopters coming towards me, it's like, forget about that. Let's go shoot these things.
One
left
extra
there,
little note, whilst Ian is paused on that point in the video, you can see the whole the thing where you select weapon groups isn't always visible on screen. You actually have to press a button to bring it up because you don't need it all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
If you to tell how far different weapon systems have reloaded, it's just simply how the actual weapons at the sides fill in when the guy
Oh.
shoots.
That's cool.
So instead of
So
having
it's
little
very
bars in the
visible.
corner filling up like in Mechwarrior Online, the actual weapon it's a really large indicator that tells you when it's actually shooting.
Oh, that looks
really like
really
that.
nice.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
god!
nice too.
They needed this so bad! Jesus! Look at that!
Thank you, mods.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I like the minimalist aesthetics. It's for the most part, this is a duck shoot game. It's just hordes of enemies spawning in front of you, so you don't need all the bits and bobs that they threw on in the original HUD.
And even looking at the paper doll, look at that. That's really nice looking.
Hmm. The really bright, vibrant colors help
Yeah.
it really stand
Yeah.
out. So you can tell what condition all the bits and pieces are without having to sort of squint up at the top right corner, which is the issue you have in the Mechwarrior 5 current loadout.
Wait, and you can
Yeah.
change the color there, it looks like?
Yes. That's probably my favorite part. I love the blue.
Oh.
Also, they've thankfully gone back more to like Mechwarrior Online's paper doll, where the back you only show the back. In the original game, it shows every single component, so
Yeah.
it also shows the arms and legs. So it's really hard to see those tiny little back components and what condition they're in, because they just really wanted to. I don't know. They got it right with Mechwarrior Online, and they wanted to throw more information at you to make more clutter in Mechwarrior
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, that's a really nice hardware. I mean, honestly, if this game does go back on sale, I'd be more inclined to get it. I would almost probably the last mod I would want to
Oh,
see
that was a
before.
nice snipe.
Yeah, it was.
It
Yeah.
was.
That was a terrible
But
one.
before I go ahead and really buy it, I want to see if they mod and it's no it's not me saying that they didn't put a lot of effort, but the voice acting I think
Oh,
could
God,
have
yeah.
used
I mean, like
and
one of the.
no
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah and no dissing on the people who get paid to voice act, but man, that was yeah.
Well, the one voice actor that they had in the beginning that's famous, that guy sounded so good, and it was just so nice. But they should have actually used a freaking model instead of just like some hologram that doesn't say anything, type thing. Like, would have been really cool if they actually talked. And then the other voice, like of your second lieutenant, just sounds so. Oh God, how do you put it? So like generic,
the big issue, the big issue as well, though. I mean, the thing is with that big voice actor is he went to like a proper studio.
Yeah.
And you could tell he's got just the perfect setup for recording.
Soundproof
and then,
room, everything.
And then everyone else has recorded it in whatever PGI put together.
On a blue snowball.
So it's not consistent is the issue.
Yeah.
Maybe one mod, and then maybe if any modders are watching, if you mod it where all of the voice actors are changed to the generic the text to speech.
Oh yeah.
Voices, the male and female. I will play it, and I will stream that.
Enemy coming in 5 minutes.
I know the game is subbed in different languages. Have they dubbed it in any languages? Like,
I don't know.
It would be funny. Like, I just say to bring it full circle, we could almost just have it. It'd be great if I can make sure that it's all spoken in German, so I don't know what they're saying.
Oh God, yeah. That'd be interesting.
But I would, because it's kind of like how they did the one voice mod for Mechwarrior Online, where it basically was that like British speaking text to speech. Like a whole like the whole potato insight, but it's like very static. Like I would love to see that in Mechwarrior 5. Just change all the text to that.
We are back.
I think for me the one thing I would want for a mod is just on top of like improving the HUD. There's two key points, two more key points than the HUD. There's one HUD, two would be enemy spawns, make it less of throwing hundreds of enemies at. And they've tweaked it a bit, but obviously I think mods are going to be the real solution. And the last would be just the overheat sound. Like in that particular mod, the heat bar is at the bottom side. It gets bigger and bigger. The bar as your heat ramps up, and it changes color. And the warning is not shoved away in a corner like in the original game. So, but I just love Mechwarrior Online's overheating sound, so that I can just audibly tell what heat condition the mech is in, and that's what I really want to see in a mod.
Yeah, I like this mod actually. That's a really, really good mod. That's awesome. Damn. Okay. Well, like we'll discuss that more actually. So yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All right, but as far as the Mechwarrior 5 modding patch details, have they actually come out with the details?
No.
No.
We only know in 1 week there's going to be another update to the modding tool and the game. And it's going to feature a mod manager in game. Yay.
As far as we know, they're opening up more files to the modders, which is good. And the mod manager official one will help everybody slot their pieces into the game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all, actually. This will make the game like a lot better, so that'd be good. That'd be very, very good. Because I know, like, when I use BattleTech mods, like the 3025, just completely changed the game. Completely changed the game from vanilla to like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'm fighting. I got to kill that vehicle quickly, type thing. It was really nice. Good job on that. Okay, so what's the we have one other topic, I think, correct?
Yeah, we had the book.
Yeah,
the book.
The book is coming out. The book. What is it? What is this book?
Lethal Heritage by Michael Stackpole. It's the first. It's the first of the Blood of the Kowalski trilogy. So it's the first novel about the clans.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just another BattleTech novel available for print on demand on Amazon.
It's a
Which,
remake.
by the way,
so...
print on demand is such a godsend for the
God,
BattleTech franchise.
I really hate actually reading PDFs like on my computer. I just don't like doing it. But to sit back in a lounge chair or just like relax and open up a book, it's just so much better for me.
Yeah, and print on demand allows those publishers to sell novels that only 1 or 2 people around the world want, because they don't have to stock them. They just send the files over to local printery. Like I ordered, and then somewhere in Germany, local printery prints this one novel, binds it, sends it to me. It's really cheap and easy for everyone involved.
Yeah. So we have it listed here as just a remake. So what's been remade? Have they rewritten the story? Have they just redone
It's
the visual?
only
Yeah,
the
artwork.
graphics.
Yeah, the artwork for it, basically. That's all. No big deal.
They only have new art. They wouldn't dare touch my BattleTech novels.
Don't mock Stackpole, damn it.
Just sometimes, the continuity errors no doubt are going to spring up over time, and you could, just slightly air touch it to improve things. But yeah, in the end, people fell in love with the original story, so you don't want to change it too much.
Absolutely no reason to change classic BattleTech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Well, maybe we could go off on different things about books that we liked, that we read. Basically, the best ones that we think, that kind of thing as well.
What's a book?
What's that? What's a book?
What's a book?
What's a book? It's this thing right here. This is actually a really good book.
Oh, it's a box. I get it now.
It's a box with paper.
It's a box of paper. Yeah. It's a
box.
You wipe your ass with that, right? I bought a lot of them.
Wow, this has so much dust on it. Holy shit. Damn. I mean, look at this. Look. I don't know, like you can see that.
Oh, did they collect dust? Is that?
Yeah, they do.
It's a dust collector. Okay.
Oh my god, it's a dust collector. That's what a book is. Damn. Okay.
I seen it in a movie once. Someone got a really old book, and then he he opened it and he coughed a lot because it's got all the dust in it.
Isn't it like
it's
a
used
pager?
as a biological weapon.
Yeah, basically that's like a pager, right? Yeah, it's a
Like
biological
a
weapon. Okay.
Oh yeah, but that should be good if people want to, like me, who have not read any of the lore and books like that.
Large.
I know. Maybe I'll actually.
I even sent you the PDF.
I know you did, and I have not.
You don't even have an excuse. You don't even need to buy it.
I know. I'm horrible.
Large. I don't know what to do with
I should get on that.
Okay.
You're missing out on so much.
I know.
Yeah, books are actually really good. The last one I read, which is A Betrayal of Ideas from one of my favorite authors, Blaine. Really nice book. Really good book. I love this book. Really good about Clan Wolverine. The unnamed clan.
Well, maybe during my quarantine party, I'll have time.
Quarantine party, yeah. There you go. If you want, I could see you some toilet paper.
Thankfully, the wife bought a pack. I was surprised, and so
okay.
Last one,
Stupid random thought, but has there any audiobooks on BattleTech books?
Yes, they have a couple, which is the Legacy trilogy, which is the ones that's print on demand. But it's really hard to find, and it's only in cassette, from what I understand.
Well, my old cassette player gave up a few I think you find now.
I think you find the cassette players for cheap, or it might be more because they're kind of like obsolete, like 8-track players.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to find nowadays. Lethal Heritage is available as an audiobook, for example.
Yeah, all three of them actually. Like I used to have them, and I think something else too, like was out there.
So if I want them on audiobook, I have to go on a treasure hunt.
Yes, you got to go on a treasure hunt. It's been lots of money because they're probably worth a lot of money now.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so was there anything else you wanted to go into, or we just gotta?
I think we went off the rails, so it's all good.
Realistically, we could keep talking for another couple
we
hours.
could easily, but
We're calling for more chaos.
Yeah.
Okay? In that case,
Yeah.
what's our preview for next week? What are we doing next week, guys?
Same thing, I guess. I don't know.
Same thing.
Yeah, actually,
Talking
I
stuff?
think we'll have more to less structure. I'm not sure yet. No.
Okay.
I feel like next week is gonna be way more structured than this week because next week we're gonna do an intro in the beginning, we're gonna do an outro at the end,
Yeah.
and we're gonna plan that we're going off whale.
Hold on, I can
Well,
do an
you
outro.
see,
Hold on,
this
wait a
whole
second.
episode was actually us just taste testing.
really
See how our
was.
audience
Yeah.
reacts to the chaos.
Yeah. Hold on, like I can make an outro now. Then the one I
mean,
have.
we don't have to.
No, actually, it's fine. It's fine. Like I'll make an outro. I'll figure something out.
You would just be Bob just playing on a kazoo, just as we just go out.
There you go. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Like I might do an outro just depending on what. Or if you guys make an outro. Yeah, how's that? Make an outro. Larsh,
Okay.
you can make an outro, right?
Okay.
I think it's like 20 seconds or something like that for an outro. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
and
fine.
put some picture up there or some video or something like that. You know, then I could put it. You know, they put it at the end. I don't know.
You're giving me a lot of creative control on this, Bob.
It's okay, man. You know, basically that's what it's all about, man. It's all just having fun and enjoying ourselves, you know, type thing. What are
Yeah.
you pondering? What are you
Oh, I
pondering
have
there?
no idea.
No,
I have
actually,
no idea, yeah.
Ian there. Ian
I'm
right there.
pondering how obscene I would dare make an outro.
Oh God.
I think if we gave it Lars the outro for this one, he has to do soup. It has to involve soup.
Why soup?
Oh yeah, soup would
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
Just because soup.
Soup, just because. You know,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of super. That'd be super if you do that.
Oh my god, we're going. The soup stores would currently be out of soup right now.
Yeah, because cans are no longer available.
Sorry, I'm going full back into the fucking coronavirus.
Okay. We gotta stop. So that was episode 116,000 with our hosts. I don't know, like you guys want to stop or keep going? We haven't done anything.
Yes,
With
this
our
is the
hosts,
end, guys.
the
This is
mystery,
end.
with our mystery hosts.
What's our mystery
Yes,
host?
If you don't know all the four hosts yet,
And
Yeah, if
we'll
you don't
see
know
you
us.
next week, whenever that is.
Yeah. Ian and Larsh and Vider and myself, Old Bob. We'll see you later. Thank you for actually supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting everyone here and just enjoying the channel. And hopefully we're gonna have some weirdo content. Oh my God, look at that. That's crazy. Okay, if you're not watching, if you're listening on SoundCloud, Larsh is doing something crazy, so just let you know. So-
he's
Oh,
kept
if you're listening on
upside
SoundCloud,
down.
this is not gonna make any sense.
Yeah, it's not making any sense at
No,
all.
it's
So,
not.
thanks for
Fantastic.
watching. We'll see you guys later, and